that it's in fact live. I don't expect a huge influx of people or anything, but it would be nice. Let me go into my live thing. Pull all this shit up, and I can foreseeably not promote it, but I can grab the link. Oh, there's people in already. Look at that. Look at that. Dragon, more more women with scales. How very quaint is this? Wow. 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 Swouse. I know it's been a while since I've had a actual game stream for something that isn't D&D. My apologies. This can change more in the future, depending. At some point, me and Magic Man need to get back into Steins Gate. I figure now is a good time to do a little bit of housekeeping for myself. Don't worry, the Patrick Star Daru will return for that one guy who was really looking forward to that in the last Steins Gate stream. It will be back. Don't worry. Don't you worry at all. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. In other news, for events that we had, we're getting ready. The set's being made for the new interviews and whatnot, and uh, sooner than later, another roundup will be announced. And then, Sierra, if there's anything you'd like to announce. They've also keyed me in to be in a swing position to help with anything fossil fuel needs. Anything extra, anywhere Slack needs, I will be there to pick it up. It's good to see you here, Sensei, and Ariel. Uh, you will have to leave me, of course, to make my own decisions for who best girl is. We will see, because I do have a very clear type. If you can foresee such a thing. But I guess without too much further ado, since we have people in the chat now, shall we start, Sierra? How should I make the narrator sound, do you think? Oh, I think I can do that. 1849. A loud siren from the ship can be heard, nearly deafening every other sound. The DHS Atlantic is about to leave port. My name is John Doe, but after having an argument with my father, I've decided to leave that name behind. From now on, my name will be A. Noun. That's the name I'll use in the so-called land of opportunities. I aboard the ship with the same bitter feelings that lingered after everything that happened, despite it all being a new beginning for me. Even with the obvious goal in front of me, I am still not sure what I am to do next. I wondered to myself how I should spend the rest of the time I have left before the ship leaves. Yeah, I'll take a peek around. I'm a curious guy. How's that for British, by the way? I walk around the ship and notice all the tall dragoness leaning on the railing of the ship. She has a small piece of luggage next to her. She does. She seems to be deep in thought. I shouldn't bother her. But I must. Better keep looking around. Looking at one of the water wheels on the side, it would be neat to see how the ship works. Might as well take a detour to the ship boilers later, which you're not allowed in. Look at this fucking street rat. As I walk towards the stairs down to the cabin area, I notice a guy struggling to move his luggage. He is really putting his back into it. He is. I should help him. Are you in need of assistance, my friend? He gives me a pleading nod. I grab the luggage and give it a pull with my arm, finding it to be shockingly heavier than what I expected. What are you carrying in this? Stones? I was now carrying the luggage down the stairs one step at a time, making sure not to lose my balance and fall down the remaining steps. Thank you. Yes, they are stones. My name is Max, by the way. I frowned at the casual answer Max gave me while I continued to struggle my way down the stairs. I looked back over at Max, trying to keep a straight face. I'm starting to regret helping you now. Name's Anan. After what felt like a half an hour of struggling to keep the luggage in my arms, we reached Max's cabin. Freaking finally. While Max was busy catching his breath, I checked the number above the door of the cabin. This number is oddly familiar. Of course it's familiar. Why wouldn't it be? This is also my cabin. Max looks at me and smirks. I... Shotgun. What's a shotgun? I don't know, but I feel like saying it anyway. Top bunk is mine. By the way, if you in chat take issue with how I'm saying things in this British accent, you can give me better direction of what accent you prefer. Because honestly, to me, I'm sounding like one of the characters in the English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. One of Chaz's lackeys. Or kind of like the really racist caricature teacher. Who for some reason has a slight British accent despite he is obviously Japanese. Or no, he's Chinese, I think. They replaced all the alcohol references with hot sauce and orange juice. Max slightly annoyed accommodates his luggage under his bunk. Suit yourself. I'm not the one who will have seasickness later. Max accidentally gets his luggage caught on the underside of the bed and it pops open. I catch a quick glimpse of what looks like to be a big green stone and female underwear. Not wanting to invade his privacy, I leave without mention of anything. I'm gonna go walk around the ship. See you later, Max. See ya. Man. What should I do now? I don't know, Sierra. What should we do now? Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. Sensei wants to sit in too. Go ahead and pull him in. Yes, quite, yes. But if you come in here, you're doing voices. Now, I can't hear pings while the streaming software is up. That's just how it is. My apologies for that. Anyway, surely, Sensei can, he'll be in a second. So, what should we do? Should we walk around the ship, or should we just go check out the boiler rooms immediately? Oh, yes, I think so. Daddy, no, we had an argument with Dad. fucking deadbeat. I don't see anything of interest while walking around. After all, it's just cabins. Yep, not much to look at other than the labyrinth that is yellow walls and cabin doors. I'd probably look lost wandering around like this. Maybe I could check out the boiler rooms. Once I reach a door that says boiler room with big letters, I hear a soft voice behind me, almost a whisper. You know that ship is restricted to workers of the ship only, yes? I've made a miscalculation. I turn around and see a mature dragon lady with a long and fancy dress. Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was... You were? I was roaming around trying to think. To think about what? Man, she makes me feel like I'm being scolded by my house's maid again. I got into an awkward situation with my cabin mate, so I wanted to roam around instead of asking him anything. She gives me an accusatory look. Go on. My cabin mate has female underwear in his luggage, and I didn't want to ask him directly why he has that. The mature dragon lady looks to the side and then back at me. If I was in the same position as you, young man, I would definitely ask him. We are going to be spending the next 3 weeks in the same ship, after all. She does have a point there. I should ask Max what's with the female underwear later on to avoid any other awkward situation. By the way, my name is Victoria. A pleasure to meet you, young man. I extend my hand in a friendly gesture. Anon, the pleasure is mine, ma'am. She doesn't extend her hand back to me. Instead, she looks at my hand. You know how impolite it is to give a handshake to a lady. I quickly recoil my hand back. Damn it. I'm not used to deal with ladies. Man, now I really feel the vibes of my old maid emanating from her. Sorry, ma'am, I didn't mean to offend you or anything. I'm not used to talking with ladies besides the maid of my manor. No worries, young man. Victoria gasps, covering her mouth. Oh, goodness. I forgot to take my seasickness medication. I'll see you around, youngin'. She leaves, waving her hand as she walks away, holding her dress up. Since I already got scolded for being around this area, I decided to go up to the upper floor to the main deck. Whilst I'm walking around, I get stopped by a hand on my shoulder. I turn around to see the captain of the ship. Sierra, if you would. Still caught off guard, I nervously answer him. Yes, absolutely. I... The captain looks at the ticket again with a mildly annoyed expression. I look at my feet, ashamed, not giving a clear answer to the captain. Thank you, sir. The captain gives me a slight smirk as he passes the ticket back to me. I hadn't thought about that. I understood it looks fine on paper, but I didn't consider how it sounded. Why does it say the mute captain? Do I have to fix something really quick? Why is Discord not coming in correctly? It's quite possible that the Discord is not coming in correctly. Discord. Sierra, could you talk for a second?
I just looked back. I am not
Yeah,
broadcasting on stream.
there we go. I think I fixed it. Is that
Hello?
sorry, that's my fuck up.
Professional stream, everyone. Professional.
Professional streamer here.
neat. Maybe.
Well, that should be fixed now. But hey, at least it was funny, okay?
Dude,
At least it was
Oates
funny.
talks to himself for another hour alone.
Schizophrenia.
I remember that happened one time. That shit was funny. No, you couldn't hear me. It was just me talking to nobody. For some reason.
Anyway, let us continue. The mute captain bit is over.
I won't bother you anymore for now. The engines need to be started so we can leave port.
I've had an experience with my father's sailboat before, but I have never seen how a big ship such as this one is operated. Sir? The captain looks at me, raising an eyebrow.
Hmm?
Can I go with you? I've always wanted to know how a big ship operates. Apparently, he's supposed to sound like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Damn.
He is. Choroy, shut the fuck up.
But
It's
I like
supposed to be-
the level of gruff that you've brought into here, so I think it stays.
Well, Clint Eastwood has had a number of voices.
Well, yeah, he's done a lot of parts.
Yeah. So
Like
but this is also
you have a little more like of a brash sound than the Spirit of the West in Rango, which was based on Clint Eastwood, and I think voiced by him.
Hint, I'm using my Principal Spears voice.
Yeah. Everybody's fighting their own battles.
You gotta give him that little bit of gruff. It is.
Look at that fucking beard and tell me he's not gruff. Look at the corncob pipe that has a PNG of corn inside of it. Like, you know, it's got to be a certain way. How a big ship operates. The captain lowers his eyebrows and smirks.
Sure thing, son. Come on, walk with me.
We walk to the wheelhouse of the ship. Upon reaching the inside of the wheelhouse, a young yellow-scaled dragoness stands up from a chair fixed to the ground and walks towards us. Boilers at medium capacity, sir.
Good.
He speaks in a French accent. Just telling you now.
The yellow-colored dragon gives me a slightly annoyed face. It's okay,
Nila. I allowed her to be here. His name is Anon, by the way. Sorry, it's that time of the month.
Nia pouts, locking her eyes on the captain as she quickly turns around and accidentally hits me with her tail. Don't share my personal life with strangers, uncle. What did I even do? The captain smirks, ignoring Nia's pouting, gives me a sorry with his grin.
Anchors, away!
Nia stands firmly, her face turning into a serious expression. Aye, aye, Captain. Nia quickly rushes to the door of the wheelhouse, passing the door behind both of us. Anchors away! Fuck! Let me fucking anchors away! I think I'm just gonna go Irish on this because I cannot do the feminine of a French accent myself, not well. Nia's yell resonates as the sailors around the ship repeat the order in their respective stations. Anchors away can be heard around the ship. The horn of the ship resonates again, making the windows of the wheelhouse vibrate. Through the windows of the wheelhouse, I can see sailors lifting the catwalk that connects the ship to the port. I turn around to see the chimney of the ship through another window. Lots of smoke is coming out of it. Even though this is what I expected, I still feel a bit overwhelmed.
Rise and we go.
Week 1. Can you believe it, guys? Week 1. Just a week away.
Leave it, guys. Christmas. Just going away.
Let me get my timer set. Go away. Let me get my timer up. There we go. Goodbye, Draconia. As I look to the sides of the wheelhouse, the captain notices how nervous I am.
And you still can come back. It's not like you're being exiled.
I look back to the captain. A tear is about to fall from my eye, but I quickly regained composure. Thank you, sir. Using one of the wheels, the sleeves of my shirt, I can clean the tear that's about to fall.
Anything you'd like to know about the land of opportunities?
Looking out through one of the windows, my gaze draws itself to the nose of the ship. I ask the captain the first question that comes to mind. What's the weather like there? The captain smirks as he pats my back.
Depending on the season, depending on the part of the covenant, it could be freezing cold to the point of your scales.
The captain looks at the skin of my neck.
Right. Skin.
I open my eyes widely. How freezing are we talking about again?
Let's say you're only near the northern part of the continent.
Live near the north. Crap, I didn't even think about this earlier. Where am I supposed to go after the ship reaches its destination? Well, sir, I better get back to my cabin. I may need some time to think about a few things.
Sure thing, son.
The moment I walk out of the wheelhouse, I notice the same woman from earlier.
Hello?
I'm still here. She is now leaning against the rail of the ship's bow. The ship slowly gains speed as we leave the port behind. Hey, Sensei. You're in here. You have to do
Yes.
voices.
Okay.
One big wave suddenly makes the whole ship jump. The dragon lady holding the rail loses her balance, bending her knees as the ship jumps. I shout to her to be careful, or should I leave her and mind my own business? Sure, let's approach her. Let's make friends. I make my way up the bow of the ship, approaching the red dragoness. The waves are kind of rough, not going to lie. I lean against the railing to the bow, but maintain some space between me and the dragoness. I would be careful if I was you, madame. She turns her head around to see me. Her fingers are visibly making a lot of force against the railing as she holds it.
Oh. Oh, why would that be? I'm perfectly fine here.
I can see her grip on the railing harder. Well, you see, it may not look like a lot, but the water is cold. She gives me a smirk.
How cold are we talking about?
I slide my hand on the railing as I stand next to her. Cold to the point I would have to jump into the water to rescue you if you fell in, and I don't want to ruin my good clothes. She pouts, giving me a slightly annoyed face.
Humans never consider these things, do they?
She points at her tail with her chin. She points at her tail with her chin. Now that I consider it, that sounded stupid. Fair enough.
I'm just enjoying the breeze.
She rests her tail on the ground, leaning back, still firmly gripping the railing.
There will be the one moment I'll always treasure for the rest of my life.
She waves her tail slowly. The enjoyment that she was feeling just a second ago faded like a slowly dying star.
The rest of my life.
What's wrong? One sudden rogue wave hits the ship, making both of us jump as we grip the railing. We both regain our balance in the most awkward silence I ever recorded by man or dragonkind.
I don't know what to do with my life once the ship reaches port.
Sounds like we're both in the same ship. Hey, I mean, not exactly in the same situation as me, but she doesn't know what to do either. I'm sure you'll figure it out later. I'm in the same boat as you. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to say. That sounded way cooler in my head. She smirks once again.
Gosh, you sounded like my cousin for a second. Silly.
There goes the first impression.
My name's Eris, by the way. What's your name, skinny human?
Skinny, I'm not exactly thin or skin and bones or anything. Name is Anoun.
Hey now, is that your real name or? Doesn't matter. I won't ask about your personal life.
Much obliged. There is an awkward silence once again between the two of us. About earlier, once we reach port. What's the best idea you have so far?
You gotta give me the stream is loading, so
It's in the Discord chat.
I am watching the Discord.
Why is it
Oh,
loading?
sweet Jesus.
It's just a little. My Wi-Fi is a little slow.
Well, gosh, gosh, almighty.
I was thinking about opening a restaurant. There's one of them.
Well, you don't have your script in front of you, man.
I will open the fucking game right now and bring open the game's master script. Fuck, I could probably get Horu to send it to me. Or maybe a canteen. Because I'm currently relying on the fucking YouTube stream because the Discord stream isn't updating.
Do you want me
I
to
don't know, really.
restart the Discord
There.
stream?
No, it's loading now.
Here,
Nice.
let me, maybe this will help it load faster. There, I've lowered the frame rate in the Discord side.
I don't know, really. Those are just dreams. I don't actually have any money for anything right now. Might as well get a job till I can afford my own business.
A restaurant doesn't sound bad. I could even invest on that with the savings I saved up before I left. A restaurant sounds like a good idea. Mighty fine, even. What sort of food would you cook?
Me? Nothing. I'm a terrible cook.
Then how do you plan to start a restaurant? Eris looks slightly annoyed now.
I can hire someone.
She looks at me and inspects my body. What?
Oh, nothing. I was thinking that a skinny human would be good for the business.
She smirks again.
Also, don't you think it smells like bacon here?
I sniff twice. Nothing. No, I can only smell the ocean.
Is this a fucking Gorillas reference?
I don't,
Sea bacon?
I don't think so.
Pretty sure it smells like bacon.
I sniff in the most exaggerated way possible. I still can't smell anything besides the ocean. She gently taps me with one of her fingers.
Humans have weak skin, don't they?
I finally notice my arm slowly turning red as a lobster. Crap. I should go into the shade or something.
Bye-bye, Bacon.
I walk towards
Who's
the
got
main
you
stairs of
over?
the ship to the lower floors. I hear a soft giggle coming from Eris as I walk away.
Giggle.
I reach downstairs and walk straight into my cabin. I hear Max moving around inside. I'll open in a... 1 second. Max opens the door. He looks as pale as milk. Are you okay? Max looks behind him. Yeah, I'm okay. Then he immediately rushes to the bucket next to his bunk. Damn, his clothes are a mess. I can also see a bit of his hair under the flat cap. Messy as well. Max gasps as he tries to recover his breath. Speak about karma. Neptune decided to stab me directly in the ass for talking about seasickness. I enter the cabin and immediately get hit by the smell. Mate, would you like me to get you anything? Water, please. Max bends his body towards the bucket once again. I leave the cabin without saying a word. Man, poor Max. I better get him some water quick. I'll ask him about the luggage later. After all, we're going to be spending the next 3 weeks together. While I'm on my way to the saloon, I see Neela leaning against the railing of the ship. She notices me as I'm walking by. Hey, are you free later? I guess. There's not much to do around here. Good, I have an offer for you. What kind of offer? Stops leaning and stands up, looking at me with her arms crossed. Well, apparently we are short-staffed. Somehow, one of our crewmates didn't board the ship before we left. It's a good way of making some cash. I don't see why not. Could be good for killing some time. Sure thing. Good, I'll talk to you later then. I wave my hand as I walk past Nia. This feels racist. Entering the saloon, I spot the captain engaging in conversation with who appears to be the chef of the ship.
Why'd you cook that? You massive fucking knuckle!
The chef smiles as he gets insulted. Who are you calling a fuck knuckle, Figlio di Putana? I don't know what's going on here, but they're insulting each other while smiling. How am I supposed to cook different dishes with the ingredients you bought?
Shit, this is warm. Last time I nearly broke one of my fangs on that horrible aberration you cooked.
The chef raises his arms and he raises his voice. Oh, I should go more Italian. That is one of my nonno's recipes, pezza di merda.
At least your grandma actually knew how to cook.
What is going on here? Both of them look in my direction.
Hey, son, what brings you here? You're gonna be done in an hour or so. This knob shining up behind me, Harry's, that is.
The chef only smirks as he slaps his captain's shoulder. Right, my cabin mate is currently puking his guts out and wanted some water. As I mentioned Max's current state, both of them look concerned.
I don't know if he should eat something, but water alone might not be the best option.
Javante, your cabin mate needs to recover and hydrate. I can make him a quick orange juice with oranges de merda the captain brought. What sort of relationship is this? Are they friends or not? The chef expertly squeezes 2 oranges, pouring the juice into a glass. Watching a human completely squeeze out all the juice of both oranges simultaneously with nothing but their hands is somewhat terrifying to see. I don't want to know how much he's got a strong grip, but as a human myself, I could never squeeze oranges like that. Sierra.
That's you.
Oh shit, I thought that's the captain. Hold on. Tell him to drink it slow. Andiamo! Your cabin mate must be suffering while waiting for you. I hesitantly grab the glass as he raises his voice. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. I rush back to my cabin.
Your nana sucks at cooking.
I'm gonna shove my boot up your ass! As I walk towards my cabin, I can hear Max puking whatever's left of his last meal. Kill me, Harry! Kill me! Who the hell is Harry? Hey mate, I got you some juice. The moment I talk to Max, his flat cap falls to the ground, revealing his long hair that was packed under it. Man, now I'm even more confused. He likes to dress up as a girl and has long hair? I really need to ask him about it, but now is not the best time. I walk up to Max while he places the bucket on the floor and hand him the glass of orange juice over to him. Water would have been fine. I didn't have a choice. The captain and the chef told me to bring you the juice instead. Max looks at the juice for a second and then sips it. You'll get used to the motion of the ship eventually. Aren't you affected at all? Not really. My father had a sailboat, so I'm used to this. The ship rides a wave as I speak, getting me to naturally grab hold of the bunk bed so I don't lose my balance. Max, meanwhile, bounces on his bunk as a result, causing further discomfort. Max, without saying anything, passes me the glass and reaches for the bucket.
Okay, that's sounding a little too real there.
You're welcome. Voice actor extraordinaire. I have tried out for so many of the fucking voice projects, and they always overlook me. You know what? For the Wani dub, I feel I was robbed.
Damn.
You can just ask Rusty if he can get you a
At least a
cameo.
cameo, yeah. I was robbed.
Networking.
Okay. Max dry heaves all of what was left in his stomach, and it's now in the bucket. Man, you should lay down. I'll take the bucket and clean it up for you. Max shakily places the bucket back down onto the floor before laying down on the bed on his side with his arms crossed against his stomach. You'd better finish this juice, otherwise you're going to feel worse. I pass him the juice once again and leave the cabin with the bucket. I wonder how many others are in the same condition right now. The moment I leave my cabin, I see Nia waiting outside. Hey, Anon, I was looking for you. Her face visibly contorts in disgust as the bucket stench hits her harder than a breech-loaded cannon. Mon Dieu. What the actual hell are you carrying in that bucket? My cabin mate's puke. He's been dealing with seasickness in the worst way possible. Nia covers her nose in a vain attempt of blocking the smell emanating from the bucket. Go clean that thing right now. I pass next to her on my way to the toilets. Anon, question. Do you have anything to do after dinner? I empty the content of the bucket on one toilet located in the common area with the door open so I can answer Nia back. Not really, besides probably resting. I get back to the common area after rinsing the bucket. I didn't even bring a book or anything to pass the time, now that I think about it. Good. I might use a personal slave later, since my once-per-month problem is currently killing me. I frown with the most notorious expression ever. You don't pay me enough to do these kinds of jobs. Nia's face becomes red as a tomato with my comment. Just fucking... how do you do French yelling? Get out! I cannot, for the life of me. I rush back to my cabin before Nia sends me to the afterlife. I enter the cabin, closing the door behind me. Feeling any better? No. I handle the bucket back to Max, and he hugs it like a plushie. How do I look? Man, I do not feel the need to sugarcoat it. Honestly, mate, you look like the result of eating street food for a week. Max smirks as he looks to the side. That bad, huh? Max looks down at the bucket he's holding between his arms. And may I ask you something silly? Sure, mate, ask away. Am I pretty? What? Wait. What? What kind of question is that? He's a dude, calm down. He's a dude, calm down. Mate, I think you've puked too much. You better rest. Or we should go eat dinner at the saloon. We'll help Max, sure. It's a lot easier to do the fucking Irish than it is the French. You know what? I grab Max's arm and pass it over my head. I'm taking you to the saloon. 1, 2, 3. I lift Max's weight using all of the muscles in my back. To his surprise, he's as light as a feather. You really don't have to do this. And let my cabin mate dehydrate. Nope, that's not happening. Max smirks and looks to the ground as we stand up together. I'm really thankful for this. We walk out of the cabin. I'll reward you later. Code Red. Code Red! Code Red, this is not a drill! Mate, don't even mention it. Once we reach the port, this will just be another funny story to remember. Sensei, I swear to God, if you start gooning to me voicing Max, I'm gonna, like, kill somebody.
My.
What kind of man do you take me for?
There's a reason that I share a role with another streamer.
Anon is straight up just blank human. That's what he's based off. Ariel Man.
Michael
Or-
Mann.
nope, not Ariel Man. Blake Black. That's what he's just. He's based off Anon, but he's his own character.
Code Red avoided. I'll, resuming normal operations. Freaking Max. Once we reach the saloon, the chef rushes towards us, pushing everyone in his way. Giovanato, you look as pale as a ghost.
That's fine. I didn't want to interrupt at the moment, but Caveman On just released a teaser for their new game next week. I'll go pop that link in general.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it in general, but let's give the flowers due to this.
Continue on.
Yeah, let's keep giving flowers to 3 weeks, okay?
3 weeks.
This is not Caveman on bouquet. This is not for them.
No,
Nerd, fucking suck me good and hard through my jorts.
Fuck, I'm thinking.
The chef.
A second.
What? You've never heard that expression?
No, I did. I just didn't fucking expect it.
You've
I
ne-
just spat
This-
all over myself. All
It,
over
dog,
myself.
this is just a very common phrase me and my brother has used with each other. Of course it's gonna leak in at some point that I say, suck me good and hard through my jorts. The chef grabs Max's arm, is giving us extra support as he walks us to an empty spot at the large table in the middle of the saloon. Now that I notice, this place is fully packed. Thank you, chef, for giving us a spot to sit. We sit at the very end of the table. I don't feel like eating, actually, but I guess I should anyway. Between all the people packed in the saloon, I notice Victoria wandering around, probably looking for a spot to sit. I wave my hand at her, and she approaches. Ma'am, please take my spot. I can eat while standing. I stand up from the table and offer my sit to Victoria. She sits with a superb elegance while holding her dress. It would seem that courtesy hasn't died after all. She looks to the side, giving a judging expression to the rest of the people sitting at the table. The moment Victoria sits, Max tries to hide his face under his hat. Why is she purple? Bon appetito! The chef places a plate of food in front of Max and puts another in my hands. We haven't ordered yet. The chef's eyes were like cannons from the Draconian kingdom, firing salvo after salvo, projecting nothing but wrath and ruin until I was no more, metaphorically at least. But this is exactly what I wanted. The chef happily looks at Victoria. Senora, the options we have are mashed potatoes alone or with extra. Whatever you consider better, darling. The chef leaves, going back to his small kitchen behind the saloon. Max is eating his food, but something strange is happening. He's trying to avoid Victoria's eyesight, even though he's sitting right next to her. Now that I notice the weird-looking meatball next to my mashed potatoes, it looks appetizing. My fork cannot pierce it. I stab it multiple times, but it just bounces back. What sort of Frankenstein meatball is this? Alright, so... what is the time frame of this?
What do you mean?
What year is it?
It didn't say like
1860s.
The
Yeah.
1860s? Frankenstein wasn't out yet, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me look this up.
Let's look this up.
I think it was the 1880s.
Yeah, 1880s, 1890s.
1818.
Oh, shit. Alright,
damn.
carry on.
So fuck you.
Carry on.
No, you know what we're thinking? The movie was in 1905?
19,
Oh,
like, yeah. I got a lot of pings about the caveman thing.
Yes.
Also, I would make you do the max route, but I'm gonna let you just sail for your first one.
I'm gonna see where it naturally takes me, but I feel like the max route would most definitely be the easiest on my voice. For what I can actually do. Because with Eris, it's just like, how the fuck do you do a French girl?
Alright, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but the way you get the different endings is you focus on that specific character.
I figured.
Like you
Kind of like Katawa.
like if an option is like can make you go interact with that character, that's the option for that character.
Ariel, the issue with Mila is it's very hard for me to hold a French accent.
You haven't even met the German yet.
Oh mein Gott. This cave is full of blood smoking.
Oh mein Gott, this cave is full of
Or,
blood.
no, I meant Nia, but yeah, like, I cannot do
My
the
God.
French. Eris would be
Das Burger.
easier.
This burger's got the Saturn onion ring.
Is
A
everything
Saturn
alright?
burger.
Is everything alright, young man? Yes, it's just this meatball. While eating, Max's gag reflex hits once more due to the ship's motion, making him immediately cover his mouth. I don't feel good. I should go back to the cabin. Max stands up, taking the plate of food with him. Yes, it's true what they say about me and my friends. Man. Anyway. Frickin' meatball. I sit in front of Victoria now that Max has left. I have no intentions of wasting a free spot now that people are starting to leave the saloon. Young man, did your maid teach you not to play with food? I'm not playing. This thing is... I feel the chef's gaze on my eyes as he places the plate in front of Victoria. Remembering how he squeezed those oranges makes me shiver. Here is your food, Signora. All good? Absolutely. Holy shit. The fear of God is inside of me. The chef leaves once again, his presence alone making my entire body go on full alert. What's wrong with your cabin mate? I poke the meatball on my plate a few more times. Seasickness. I didn't mean that part, young man. Why was she covering her face? I don't know. She has been fully open with me so far. So far? Pardon me, my brain must be playing games with me. Why is that? Did you just say she? That is correct, young man. You're not kidding, are you? I'm very serious. I'm also trying to enjoy my food. My brain stops for a moment and as it explores time and space. You didn't know? Oh, I thought she was a guy. Why would you think that? Because of her clothes and everything. Humans. Young man, in case you didn't know, which is clearly the case, males of her dragon species have a horn on their nose. Does she have a horn on her nose? I stand up from the table once again, with the plate in my hands, and rush back to the cabin. Sorry, got to go. Ah, the youth. Excuse me, chef, why is my food so hard? Vanukula! I rush straight back to the cabin. As I enter the cabin, I see Max, shocked and staring right back at me. She's wearing a white nightwear, revealing her barely existing curves. Ah! I'm sorry? She quickly gets under the blankets of her bunk. No, it's my bad. I should have locked the door. Max looks to the side, pouting. So, what's going on? Max sighs and sits on the bunk. I actually wanted to talk with you about this, but I didn't find an opportunity since... Well, I was puking my guts out. Yeah, I was there when it I was there when it happened. No need to mention it. Max pouts again. Let's not mention it again. Anyway, the truth is that I've been hiding my body from everyone since I was a teenager. Why is that? It was really hard to find a job back in Draconia. Sometimes I spent months without being hired because they were not hiring girls. Even for most trivial jobs. And that damn mining law certainly didn't help. I see. But if we are starting from zero... I'll stop you right there. I want to be valued as the dragoness I am, but I don't know if that will be the case once we reach port. But we are not in Draconia, or the New World yet. Fair point. So what now? I finish eating my plate of mashed potatoes while Max gives me the slowest answer ever made. We will need to establish some rules, though. For privacy matters. Understandable. We knock on the door of the cabin every time from now on. Good for me. This feels really awkward somehow. Especially since I remembered how a few hours ago she was asking me if she was pretty while she was suffering Neptune's wrath. So, I assume your name isn't actually Max. It is. I mean, it's a short version of it. Full name's Maxine. I guess I should be honest, too. My name isn't actually Anon. Yeah, I had that figured out already. You did? Duh. The name Anon is weird, and what does the non even stand for? To be honest, I didn't think about it either. My real name is John Doe, but I don't want to use that name anymore. I understand. Well, that's one less thing to worry about. I should go check on what Nia wanted to talk to me. Well, I'll be leaving for now. I'll get back later. The first mate wanted to talk with me. Talk with you about what? Oh, right, you don't know. Apparently I got a job until we reach the continent. Oh, nice. Lucky you. I'll ask her later if she has any job for you. That would be great. A small smile can be seen on her mouth. See you later, Max. See you later. When I open the door of the wheelhouse, I notice Nia sitting on a fixed chair next to the improvised desk made of a folding plank pushed against the wall. She doesn't turn around to look at me, but I know for sure she is well aware of my presence since her tail is now swinging from left to right in a slow motion. You're late. You didn't specify an hour. Tell me. Nia turns her head and looks at me. Are you familiar with nautical charts? I haven't used that term in quite a time. As a matter of fact, I am. Nia's eyes show a small spark as I answer. I'm aware there's an L in her name. Sometimes L's can be silent. For real? On God, just like that? She turns to the improvised desk once again and signals me to come next to her with her hand. In that case, could you give me your opinion on these? I stand next to her, looking down at the charts. Curious. Question. What's the reason behind this turn here? I pinpoint my finger with a planned turn for our trip. Nia looks at it. What? It's not supposed to happen. It's a waste of time. I'm afraid of doing this, but better do it now than after it becomes a problem. And here. And here. Also here. And... Nia stands from the fixed chair, her tail quickly pushing me towards it. Okay, I get it. Just tell me how bad it is. I sit in the chair. The first thing I do is compare the charts with my memory of the continent. This is not great, but also not terrible. 3.6 nautical miles off here. So, I turn my head around to see Nia, but since she's leaning so close to me, my gaze goes directly to her chest. I mean, if I'm honest with you, it's not that bad, but... Don't sugarcoat it. I didn't make it. Okay, then. It's the worst piece of crap I've ever seen. There's a lot of turns that don't make any sense. You could get at least 4 or 5 days off this chart if you remove those turns. I'm trying to sound as professional as I can, but the 2 distractions in front of my eyes are making it a problem. Nia notices my gaze towards her chest. Her tail hits the back of my head, making me reconsider. Eyes on the chart? I'm not in the mood or the condition to tolerate this. These are currently the only 2 people in this vessel. There are currently only 2 people in this vessel able to read those charts. Those being my uncle and you. Pardon me, but I doubt your uncle had planned such a long trip with his experience. I bet he could do it in less time. You're not wrong, but he didn't draw those charts. The one in charge of them is the one that didn't board the ships on time. And my uncle is too proud to acknowledge that one of his sailors did a bad job. I can still work with this, though, but I would prefer to draw them from scratch. My biggest concern is the amount of food and fuel we have, but you can share those details later, I guess. Don't worry about that. We have enough to last for at least a month in case of an emergency. We should continue the planned itinerary for now. Light is about to vanish, and soon we will have no visual references. Agreed. I stand up from the chair. Nia looks visibly pissed. She mentioned that her uncle is too proud to acknowledge a mistake. Somehow my sixth sense is telling me that her uncle will get scolded later. You can leave for now. We'll start working right away tomorrow. I nod and walk towards the door. Also, Anon. Look at my chest that way again, and you will earn a sailor's eye patch. I swallow nervously and leave the wheelhouse. Man, what a day. I got a job in the most unexpected way. It's not a hard job either. Max is sleeping in a bunk. Better get my bunk quietly. As I take off my pants and socks, I notice that I didn't bring enough clothes with me. I hope there is a laundry somewhere. We will see tomorrow. Oh, it's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday, innit?
It's fucking Tuesday, isn't it?
Fucking Tuesday, innit?
Fucking Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
You ruined it. But mate, it's Tuesday!
You're ruining it.
Motherfucking Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, ain't it Tuesday? Oh, I can't believe the Americans call a flicky flicky willy donker a fucking light switch.
Oi.
I'll be the bobbly fucking chocolatey covered goodness, sweetness.
Wait, Tuesday.
Bottle of water.
What? Water? Oi.
A lot happened in the day I slept in, like a log through the night.
Oi.
It was already time for breakfast when Max woke me up. A good thing about the chef is that he does care about the passengers eating their respective portion. When I got to the saloon, he was waiting for me with a mildly warm coffee and steak sandwich. The chef explained to me that we will be eating only meat this week due to the capacities of the ship for storing food. It's not a bad bread, though. I personally prefer baguettes, but it's not bad. You better eat fast, Giovanato. I wouldn't keep Nia waiting if I was you. I can't chew any faster. Don't worry. I understand. You better enjoy the meat, because you will be missing it the next week. Sir, can I ask you something? No. Ask away, Giovanato. I was just messing with you. Right. Anyway. What sort of relationship do you have with the captain? We have been friends since I can remember. Nona used to cook food for his father. Does she work for him? Absolutely not. You should see when his mother died, the only one who knew how to cook food was his sister. And? Shush, I'm telling you the story. Anyway, then his sister went abroad to study. She was bellissima. I had a crush on her after. Sorry, I got carried away. Nona saw that his father couldn't cook. Una merda and felt pity for him. I see where this is going. Eventually we became friends since we lived in the same neighborhood, and sometimes Nona wanted me to cook instead. I finish eating my sandwich as the chef tells me a story. And well, when we became teenagers, I took over Nona's kitchen. So I've been serving food to that twat since. I see, don't mind me. I don't feel like finishing this coffee. You'd better do it, Giovanato. Otherwise, you'll run out of energy before noon. With a cranky face, I drew the now cold coffee. The chef gives me a wide smile as he takes my plate and cup. Better be going. Nia must be waiting for me. I have to say, the chef looks intimidating, but once you get to know him, he is not a bad person. Before leaving, my bad habit kicks in. By the way, chef, what's for lunch? Food. Nona's meatballs from yesterday, and pasta. The memories from yesterday come back like a rogue sea wave the moment I remember the fork's tine bending. But I guess pasta didn't sound bad. Is there a problem with that? There's only one thing I won't tolerate as long as I breathe. And that being people not liking Nona's recipes. The chef turns his head, making every bone in his nape crack as he fixes his gaze on me. Understood? Somehow, I felt the coffee I just drank go all the way down to my stomach and then skip the natural process of filtering, ending directly in my bladder as the chef was giving me murder eyes. Yes, sir. I leave the saloon fearing for my life. Man, here I thought the chef wasn't intimidating, but my body told me otherwise as my self-preservation instincts remembered how dangerous he is. I want him to kill you. The moment I'm out of the saloon, I see Eris leaning against the railing in front of the door. She looks at me and gives me a casual smile. Remember who
Cutie
you
pie.
are!
Morning, cutie pie.
Cutie pie? That's a new one.
Can I ask you something?
Sure thing.
How long are we gonna go around the coast for?
Eris looks at the landscape in front of her. We are currently following the coastline before we do a big jump across the Atlantic. It will depend on how fast we get to the crossing point.
What's that?
I lean against the railing next to her as I look at the landscape. We can't go directly to the continent. Well, I mean we can, but it would be a waste of resources. Since the planet is not flat, we would have to reach a certain point before we cross for better access. Eris looks at me with a smile she had before. She didn't understand a single word of what I just said.
Could have just said a couple of hours.
Fair enough. Well, anyway, I'll be in the wheelhouse just around the corner. See you later, Eris. She waves her hand as I walk to the wheelhouse. The first thing I see when I enter the wheelhouse is the captain barely putting any effort on the steering wheel.
Hey, son.
Good morning, sir. While inspecting the wheelhouse, I notice that Nia is nowhere to be found.
If you're looking for Neela, she went to the toilet. Won't take her more than a few minutes. Did you enjoy your breakfast?
Well, I can't say that I did. Woke up too late. It was barely warm when I got to eat it.
Well, better than they did nothing, I guess.
There's an awkward silence in the wheelhouse. We ran out of topics for chatting. Sir, about the charts.
What about them?
Mind if I keep studying them?
Be my guess, there's much here to do anyway.
I unfold the improvised table, fix to the wall, and sit on the chair. The navigation charts are nowhere to be found. Sir, where? And
Neela has them.
I guess we can only wait for Neil for now. This silence is killing me. I guess I could ask the captain about his relationship with the chef. Sir, quick question.
The chef and I have been friends since I can remember.
What the actual mind-reading sorcery was that? I see. Will he always be like this? Neela enters the wheelhouse with 2 sets of navigation charts in her arms. Morning.
Morning.
You can go rest for now, Uncle. I'll take it from here. The captain leaves the wheelhouse yawning.
Good shot, son.
Yep. It was not a good chat at all. What chat? Chat, is this real? Chat, can you believe are you good? Chat? I don't think there was even a chat. Typical. My uncle tends to do that. He can predict what you're going to say sometimes. Anyway, I got you a new set of charts, so you don't have to draw above the others, in case we need the others. Good thinking. Nia stands next to the steering wheel, doing minor changes to the current course. She then hands me the charts. It won't take more than a few minutes, but I don't want to tell her. I have a light suspicion that she will get pissed. You better start. You better start right away. The previous one in charge that had a whole week to make the charts. Okay.
Minigame time!
What?
You make a minigame. You make a route.
I don't.
Figure it out. No, go back. Go back.
So we're in Draconia.
That you're in Draconia.
Hey, you can almost see where I live, but not quite. Why is that high risk?
Click on it. And if you
So that's just less food.
it consumes less food, so you have units up in the top.
Mm-hmm. So this one does less food and has a shorter thing, and it makes us fish, which I don't think everybody's down with fish, and I assume that's what the risk is about.
So these actually have no.
Oh, we had a freeze. Apply. Yeah, just damn it, there was no save state, but we can. We'll see. I don't know what caused that, but just to be safe, I'm gonna convert it into windowed mode because that seems to help. That should. Properties. Okay, there, it should be fixed.
If my computer wouldn't explode from having both Opera, Discord, and then Photoshop open,
Whatever.
I would just make my thing right now. I'll make it later.
Yeah.
There was no autosave as it happens.
Well, it
Speed
should still
run.
like.
Yeah, we just started. It's fine. Throw the funny speedrunning music on.
I don't have access to that. Is it? Yeah. Let me throw this back up in here. By the way, yeah, it shit happens sometimes, you know, and you just gotta learn how to roll with the fucking punches, dog.
I can actually hear the game this time. I couldn't hear it last time. Oh, go to preferences real quick.
That'll be
Go,
an
like,
options.
go to settings. Then there should be a skip button. Skip unseen text. And then return.
Yeah.
Approach her. You must preserve the sanctity of the run. Anytime I was skipping, I would just make these race car sounds. This game does contain illusion of choices.
I mean, I'm aware. Let me make sure that that's off, actually.
Yes.
Because,
Well,
you know,
you don't
it's...
see any of that for a hot minute. But if we do go max route, it does give you like a big warning, even if you have it on. It's like, hey, not safe for work ahead.
Alright, so it's in windowed mode. It should be safe. Now. Holy shit, man. Oops. That cannot be chalked up to me, though. That was much my computer spazzing out for a second. But everything's still up and running, right?
Yes, the stream is working.
Good, good, good. Let's take what the fuck is the risk even? Just people getting sick?
The risk? The risk is just like rough seas and shit. It
So,
doesn't actually have any like consequences.
well, I mean, like, fuck. Maybe I want there to be consequences to my actions.
Believe me, you can have consequences if you go bad.
Go there, and we'll take some. Well, this is just where we're gonna stop or whatever.
You do have to like manage your days and your resources. But like, not really. The mini game is a little bit just illusion of choice.
Yeah. So I'll take that, and then
If you go the safest route, you won't have enough time.
yeah. Is how do I continue?
Start voyage.
Oh,
at the top.
yeah. Oh, I don't have enough days. Clear route. So we have 21 days. So let's I guess we'll go fishing.
I guess I'll be taking over for the chef while Sierra is absent.
I am the chef. Hey, look, I made exactly 21 days.
What do you mean about collective shouts there, Horu?
I guess this could work.
Or anybody asks, Max is in fact an adult. They're just small. Just hit continue route. There is no like. There's no. It doesn't matter.
I seriously don't want to tell it, but I already finished.
Oh.
Maybe pretend that I'm working.
Yeah.
Before I finish thinking what I'm supposed to do, I feel Nia's hand on my shoulder. What the? Mon Dieu! She looks shocked and pissed at the same time. Yeah, I can't pretend anymore. I already finished. Nia grabs the charts and examines them closely. And you're telling me that you finished them in just a minute? Let's be honest here. It's not like we're doing this blindly. This exact trip has been done so many times by a lot of ships. So unless you've been living under a rock for the past 40 years, this information is pretty much public at this point. I can see her eyes twitch as she's making a wicked smile. So does this mean that we've been paying a rat just for pretending to work? With outdated charts? I'm afraid of saying something that would piss her off even more. Well, the charts aren't wrong at all, but in a way, with updated maps... Nia storms off and out of the wheelhouse. Let me drop a save.
Nerd is speaking. I must see what he's talking about.
Probably something cringe. I think I screwed up. Listen, this puts me on that path.
Okay, so I think this is
Door finally
real quick.
opens.
I think the real quick. I think the game they're announcing is gonna mainly be a VN, but also have like mixed elements into it because Nerd just doesn't want to keep making VNs. Anyways, back to 3 weeks on the Atlantic. Yeah.
The door finally opens, and Nia enters the wheelhouse once again. She fixes her clothes and stands next to the steering wheel once again. The silence in the room is almost unbearable. Excuse me for losing my temper. Noted. Once again, there's an awkward silence filling the room. Sorry for yelling at you two. I just didn't think you would do that work so easily. It's not that hard, actually. Nia looks at me pouting. I shouldn't have said that. My uncle never bothered teaching me how to draw those. In his eyes, I'm still just a kid. The only one who considers me a competent adult around here is my Uncle Chef. My brain just imploded. Did she just say Uncle Chef? Oh, I get it. She calls the chef Uncle Chef to differentiate between the uncles. The chef is your uncle? Not really, but he's always been there for me. So I grew up calling him Uncle Chef. Why not just call him Uncle then? Because I like to call him by his name from time to time. Also, I have two uncles here, so if they are together, it's hard to know which one I'm talking to. My brain imploded once again. It's not healthy for a brain to implode so many times. Wait, so the name of the chef is actually Chef? Wait, why? Yeah, I can't deal with this right now. Just asking. By the way, I can teach you. His eyes open as wide as two tennis balls. I beg your pardon. You know, making charts, drawing courses, etc. Nia smiles for the first time since I've met her. I would like that. Nia stands next to me, resting her hand on my shoulder. Well, for starters, I need to know how much you've learned so far. Nia explains to me all that she knows, including the parts guessed by Copy and the captain. Before we realize it, it's already noon. In the end, she was really experienced, but didn't know. After teaching her how to draw courses, she quickly understands when and why you should draw turns on the chart. Her face is now visibly blissful. I stretch my back and arms since I've been sitting for hours now. We should go grab some lunch. I can't leave the wheelhouse for another couple hours. Someone has to pilot the ship. Understandable. But if you want, I can get you a portion of food here. The saloon is literally next to us. I would appreciate that. I'll be right back then. To my luck, the first one in the saloon, probably because it's right next to the wheelhouse. Better take advantage of it and sit at the table before this place gets fully packed. I sit at the very end of the table, just like in the morning and yesterday. I swear this will become my exclusive spot. The moment I sat on the table, I feel this intimidating presence once again. I know who is responsible for emanating such a dangerous aura. I turn around to see the chef. Hello, sir. Hey, Giovanato. Since you're the first one here, you get extra sauce. He seems to be in a good mood. Better take advantage of it before my jaw suffers. Could you serve me only pasta? I don't think I could possibly chew the meatballs. Why not? The chef places the plate in front of me with one big meatball, clearly twice the size of compared to the ones from yesterday. Aren't these made for dragons? I can't eat them, sorry, sir. While raising an eyebrow, the chef pokes the meatball with my fork. What in the goddamn? He easily stabs the meatball once again and then hands me the fork. What? It's soft. I'm not giving you the the same as everyone else. We are the only humans. I know you can't eat the regular ones. Yesterday I couldn't even poke the others with a fork. Oh, that's on me then. I probably served you the wrong ones. Either that or some soft-teeth figlia de pudna, which the ones that I had reserved for you. You mean the captain? Who else? I feel betrayed. No point holding a grudge now. Oh my! Sir, this is delicious. Nona's recipe, I tell ya. The chef leaves me alone as he goes back to the small kitchen. Even the sauce is making every taste bud in my tongue beg for more. Oh. Oh, right. So, Neela wanted me to bring her portion of food to the wheelhouse. Va bene. Either the food was extremely good, I was incredibly hungry, because before I realize it, my plate is empty. The chef comes back with a plate of food for Neela. Come back in a few minutes. My little Neela always drinks coffee after eating. I nod as I take the plate from his hands and leave the saloon. To my surprise, I see Neela enjoying herself while humming a song as I enter the wheelhouse. You seem to be in a good mood now. I wonder why. I leave her plate and the improvised table as I move the charts to the side. Would you mind taking the wheel for a couple of minutes? Are you sure? I've never piloted a ship this big before. Dick joke. The dragoness smirks as she sits to eat her food. Just don't crash. She continues humming her song while eating the food. Meanwhile, I nervously take the wheel. From the corner of my eye, I see Neela enjoying the view. I know for a fact she's thinking of how nervous I look. Since I'm stiff as a board right now. Did this guy just say he's bricked up? Too much to handle? No, it's just that. Friendly reminder that you are temporarily in charge of our lives. If we crash, it is on you. My shoulders felt those words. They won't cooperate now. The more I try to do minor adjustments on the wheel, the more rigid they become. Chat, what should I get for dinner? I turn my head to Tania's direction. She is playing with her food as she watches me. This is sadistic. Focus, Anan. All the lives on board are in your hands. You're enjoying yourself, aren't you? Definitely. Don't worry, I'm just in charge of everyone on board. I can feel the air inside of my lungs being compressed. My body is demanding more air, but breathing is just not enough. Before I realize what's going on, a warm feeling envelops my hands. Eyes looking forward. I feel Neela's warm body against my back as she guides both my hands with her hands, almost as if it was a hug. You taught me how to draw. This is the least I can do. Just trust your instincts and move the wheel gently. I take a deep breath as her hands help me move the wheel. We stay in complete silence for a couple of seconds. This feels nice. Neela begins humming behind me as she continues helping me. Hey, Giovannato, did you forget about the coffee? Neela quickly separates from me as the chef enters the wheelhouse. We look at each other, realizing what we've been doing for the past several minutes. I should go grab your coffee. We look at each other without saying a word. Someone should break the ice. So, about what just happened. Listen, Giovannato. She is like a daughter to me. I only ask of you one thing. Don't break her heart. I think he's got the wrong idea. No, sir, she was just teaching me how to pilot the ship. I'm pretty sure she was holding both of your hands. Damn it, she was holding my hands and hugging you. No, sir, I say she was teaching me how to steer the wheel. You're both adults. I'm no one to judge what you do. The chef hands me a mug with coffee, but he doesn't let go of the mug. Instead, he stares directly into my eyes. Don't break her heart, capiche? Understood, sir. Now that we're on the same page. He finally releases the mug, almost making me lose my balance. Don't make the lady wait. I silently leave the saloon after the chef's feeling the chef's gaze on my back. There's an awkward silence when I come back to the wheelhouse. We try to avoid looking at each other. I leave the coffee on the improvised table, and she still won't look at me. Your coffee? Ooh, thank you. This is getting tedious. I can take the wheel again if you want, so you can drink your coffee. She quietly nods and leaves me in charge. Somehow I don't feel as nervous as before, but the mood of the room is making me anxious. Sorry for my behavior. I'm not usually like this. No need to say sorry. By the way, did you have any plans for later? Like yesterday, I have nothing to do besides roam around the ship. Not really. I see. And you? Pilot the ship, silly. Right. Neela finishes her coffee and stands next to me. My turn. I hand over the wheel. Neela does minor adjustments as she stands in front of it. By the way... Thank you for teaching me? The dragoness smiles at me once again. I'm also thankful for what you taught me. I enjoy your company, Anon. If you want, you can stay here for the rest of the afternoon and guide me. You are my navigation officer now, after all. Oh. This puts points into Nia. This probably brings one of these two goes to the German girl. This one goes to Max.
The German girl is part of the heiress route. She's non-romanceable. I think Go Rest is Max. There is a guide. I can go get.
I do not want the guide.
I can. Well, we're not gonna follow the guide, but it's like if you're unsure about something, I can just like get it.
But if I go too fucking sporadic with this, then I'm just gonna have the bad ending.
Yeah, the bad ending is very easy to get.
Fuck it, we'll go Max. I could rest for a while in the
Run
common
around the
area.
ship. Run around the ship. Run around
I
the
guess I
ship.
could take my time to look around the ship.
Run around the ship.
I've been wanting to explore the ship for a while. Go ahead, you are part of the crew now. Part of the crew. I like the sound of that. See you later, Nia. She smiles at me while I leave the wheelhouse. I've been roaming around for quite a while now. Went to the boilers. There was not much to see. So this is the cargo floor. To think that the entire lower floors are dedicated to cargo. Oi! A familiar voice comes from the other side of the room as Max approaches me. Hey, mate. What are you doing down here? I'm part of the crew now, and I should ask you the same thing. What are you doing down here? Well, I'm part of the crew now as well. Thank you for that. Why thank me? You talked to the first mate for me, didn't you? She gave me a job doing inventory down here. Right. Right, the job offer. The job offer that I told you I was going to ask for. That job offer. I completely forgot about that. Is it complicated? Not at all. It's just really tedious. Actually, would you lend me a hand down here? I must admit that even though I'm a dragon, I'm not very strong, so moving boxes and other things is kind of difficult for me. Sure thing. I might also need your help later, too. Huh? My help with something? That sounds interesting. What can I help you with? I only brought one pair of extra clothes, so I need something to wash them later. Crap. I hadn't thought about washing clothes. I normally did that by reflex at this point. I didn't consider how I'd do it here. Oh yeah, it's kind of a necessity here. Man, the only thing I can help you with is some soap that got listed in the inventory. Wouldn't that be stealing? Not really. Whoever did the cargo inventory list sucked at it. How so? See the barrels over there? Yeah. Well, in the inventory list, it says there are 4 barrels. Unless that guy didn't want to count, which seems to be the case, he probably guessed most of the inventory. He probably guessed most of the inventory down here. Let me guess. There's more soap than the one that was listed. Correct, sadly. I hate this guy already. No wonder he's not around here. Apparently he didn't board the ship in time. I'm connecting some dots here. By any chance, was this guy also the navigation officer? Probably. The first mate told me that he was a terrible guide. Is that the same thing? If I ever come back to Dracronia, I'm gonna shove my boot up his. By the way you described it, it was probably him. It was definitely him. Sucks to be him. Anyway, why don't you use the bucket from yesterday? That could be a good idea. That could be a good idea. Clean out, remove the. My leg suddenly gets hit by Max's tail. Soap, yes, you needed soap. I'll get the soap right away. Max rushes to the other side of the cargo room, disappearing from my eyesight. And she comes back. Here you go, bar of soap. Now, could you help me with what I asked you for before? Sure thing. We spent almost 2 hours checking inventory. I really hate this guy now. I don't even know him when I think the same. So to summarize, there's a box full of wine bottles missing. It could be on the opposite cargo. There is another cargo room passing the boilers. So does that mean we'll have to check tomorrow? I can barely move my arms. I'm exhausted. Chat, what should I order for food? There is Donner.
Whatever your heart desires, Goose.
I could go for this Donner actually, because Donner is delicious.
Dragon pussy.
That's dessert meat, okay? I'm gonna scramble some eggs. Um. Yeah, I'll just get the Fio bite meal. Drink choice. You know for a fact we're going with the gamer juice. Suzuki. We'll go regular. Yes, this guy includes the drink. God, all right. So this fucking food truck guy, Fio, is a great fucking guy. And what he does is he posts up in his food truck on a random corner, and then he's just fucking blasting Boomer Rock all day and selling food. He's a great. Honestly, whenever you find him, it's great. Of course, I'm talking about my locality. Those of you who know where I live, you know that there's now you know there's a place to go get decent food truck shit. Yeah, I can barely move my arms. I'm exhausted. We both sigh as we look at the rest of the cargo. I better get going now, and he asked me to relieve her at the wheelhouse. Before you go, since you're going to do your own laundry, how much would you ask me for doing my clothes too? My patrician mindset sees a business opportunity. Somehow my father's fake mustache appeared in front of my eyes with the idea. What can you offer? Depending on the offer, I might consider it. How about I share with you whatever I find that shouldn't be here? I mean, that sounds tempting, but I must decline. I want to have Nia on my good side. Darn it. How about sharing your room with a beautiful dragoness like me? We're already doing that. Max pouts with puppy eyes. How about I share my future desserts with you? I'll take that deal. You take that deal?
This heathen. Heathen.
You take that deal? I take that deal. Damn good deal.
Damn good deal.
Damn
Not a
good deal.
It's not a good deal.
I want 50,000 Nazi scalps.
Look, all I'm asking for is an 8-ball cocaine and $2 million.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot to ask for.
That is exactly how we talk to our bosses in the trade, Sensei. Congratulations, you've stumbled onto the blue collar special.
But it's my
Don't make me put a bigger air tank on my potato cannon. Because I purposely made a small air tank so I could shoot at people. We fist bump closing the deal. You're terrible at this, aren't you? Why? Since yesterday, have you eaten any desserts? I've been scammed. Deal has been sealed, so you better get used to it. Oh, I'll have you for dessert. Presumably.
Funny you say that.
Berries and cream, you say?
Not to.
I won't continue with why it's funny you say that, because it would be a little bit spoiler.
Well, you can probably figure that the not safe for work in this
Game is a little more heavy than Snoot
Icy.
Wani. A bit more heavy than Snoot and Wani.
It's spicy.
It's a lot spicier.
Whatever, I have...
You never actually see it happen. Only the aftermath.
Whatever, I have a real great Zaku. What do you have?
I have a fuck high grade Leah that's falling apart for me.
The real grade here is actually pretty sturdy overall. It just has an issue with the side skirts, which they all have. My chud fucking red comet. The chud comet.
That Shudment.
Cannibalistic humanoids. Cannibalistic humanoid?
Oh.
Underground. Whatever.
Damn, I really love how these side skirts just come off and then they're like don't want to go back on. I had to rip the Zaku's leg off. Oh no. There we go. I fixed it. Never mind, I did not fix it. Yes, I am playing with my little toys.
Manly things meant for men.
Sorry, dog. I really fuck with Gundams, okay?
Real?
I fuck with the Red Comet heavy, okay? Especially with his RPG. I leave the cargo area without saying a word. My forehead is frowning as hard as it can. Chat, should I drink a beer?
Oh no.
What?
Wasted oats.
What?
I'll drink.
Back
I'll drink
your
one
head.
too. If you drink a beer, I'll drink one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beer time.
Beer time. What's your poison, Sensei?
Drink beer.
Cause I do Michelob. What you got? The moment I enter the wheelhouse, the Neil. Oh fuck! I drank a beer. Now I can't fucking go back into British. Whoa, mama.
Mon Dieu. Mon Dieu. Do you want me to do the French accent, please?
I think I'll keep trying. I'll hit it eventually. I swear.
Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu.
Simple. You got to put a little bit of German in.
A little bit of German. You. I don't speak no German neither.
I don't speak no.
The moment I enter the wheelhouse, Nia grabs my shoulders and pushes me to the steering wheel. I don't even notice when she sits down on the fixed chair. What? Okay then.
Or can we get a exact amount of how much Max weighs?
Sorry. Sorry, mate. Ankles are killing me. For how long am I going to steer the wheel? Just a few minutes. Let me rest. Monday. Well, it looks clear, not that I can see much with the whole ship in front of me. I swear, whoever designed ships has to have the longest neck ever because most of the ship is blocking my view. And how did you manage to do this before? Before? Oh, you mean before this trip? I used to lock the steering wheel in place. There's a small lock under the wheel, but I don't feel comfortable using it. Sometimes the waves push the ship to the side. Oh, that's convenient. I locked and unlocked again. I continue piloting the ship for a few minutes. It's a good thing that the waves aren't as big as yesterday when they made us jump multiple times. By the way, Enon. Your cabin mate is working here too now. Oh yeah, she already told me. She? Brain entering bullshit mode. Protocol failed. Initiating evasive action. Chance of success, 20%. Yeah, you didn't know? I can only see some sort of discomfort on Nia's face. Why is she staying at the gentlemen's cabins? That could be a problem for the rest of the passengers. Or for her. Evasive action summary. Task failed. Well, she didn't say she felt uncomfortable with me around or anything. Although we do have a knock the door before we enter the cabin policy. Yeah, it's too late to accommodate on a different cabin anyway. All of them already occupied. Evasive action summary 2. Tasks failed successfully. Resuming normal operations. To be honest, we do have a good relationship, I think. We've made a deal for doing our laundry together. Speaking of that, did you have any luck with it? Absolutely, I already washed my clothes. Good, so would it be okay if you washed my clothes for me? As long as you provide me with soap from the inventory, I guess it could be okay. I'm not in a position to do any bargaining right now.
I fucking suck at it, dog. Like, holy shit. Like, I need to lock in.
Don't worry. I'll give you the extra bonus once we reach the continent. We spend the rest of our afternoon piloting the ship. It's almost dinner time. Good shift today. Indeed, I'm gonna go eat my dinner portion. I think I'll do the same, but in my cabin. I feel extra tired today. The captain enters the wheelhouse. Unlike during the morning, his face switches to his classical smirking face. I guess he only has 2 moods.
Afternoon.
We both nod our heads as the captain enters. Nothing to report.
Good. You can go rest.
We leave the wheelhouse, stretching our backs in the process. Extra bonus. She's gonna have a street urchin draw a picture of her boobs. I'm totally worn out. After eating dinner, I went straight back to the cabin. Max is reading a book she found in the cargo room. Washing my clothes with the bucket made me realize how much I missed the maid of our house. What are you reading? It's a fantasy about medieval times. You'll have to lend me that book at some point. Once I finish it, sure. I have to say, I'm liking this new lifestyle. Anyway, time to hit the pillow. It's Thursday, isn't it? My shirt feels slightly damp. It didn't dry completely. Well, nothing to do at this point. The saloon is fully packed today. I guess this is to be expected every morning from now on. I couldn't find a place to sit, so I'm drinking my coffee while standing. At least I have company. 2 days ago, I was alone due to oversleeping. Lady Victoria is sitting at the table while I stand next to her. She has been teaching me a lot of things recently. Yesterday, we found a window of time between my shift and my laundry hour, during which she taught me how to bake bread. The chef didn't like it at first, since he felt that we were invading his safe space, but in the end, he accepted. I finished drinking my coffee, passing the empty cup to the chef. I have 1 hour until my shift begins. One of these is going to point us to a dragon, and the other is going to be alone, I'm assuming.
Let me use my ancient knowledge.
The common area is probably going to bring us to Eris or Max, if I had to guess.
My knowledge is telling me to wash your clothes.
Fine, you fucking... Me when I fucking
mad.
get you. What kind of beer are you drinking, Sin?
I'm drinking Coors Light.
Stupid. I'm drinking Michelob.
It tastes like actual piss.
Only 95 calories. Can you believe it?
Yeah, you're
Oh.
not drinking the top shelf shit, you know?
I know I'm not drinking the top shelf shit.
Oh, no, Sen.
I got-
He's drinking the pissoir.
I'm drinking mid-shelf shit, man.
You have a little more class.
No, I don't. I prefer it not to taste like piss, right? So I got the one at the lowest price point that does not taste like
Oh.
piss. And at $22 a case, it's not that pricey either.
Drink a beer. What?
Drink-
beers.
Root beer. Yeah, root beer.
Yeah, I better wash
What?
my clothes now that I have time. I know that Max should be eating breakfast, but better make sure before going in. 1 second. Close call. I legit thought she was eating breakfast. I enter the cabin once Max unlocks the door.
What fucking package is this that's in fucking Long Island? What is in Long... I think I know what it is. It's my Joe Hendry action figure.
After Max unlocks the door, she goes immediately back to her bunk. She's totally immersed in her book. How long until you finish the book? Ahem. I heard you the first time. I don't know, maybe a few days. It's incredibly boring around here. Tell me about it. Well, time to stop procrastinating. I grab the bucket next to the bunk so I can go fill it with water. Now that I'm back with one small piece of soap, we are set. You could ask someone if you can borrow their clothes. Who? The only two humans on... There's only 2 humans on board. And the other human, then. Ask the other human, then. Max carefully turns the page in her book as she keeps talking to me. I'm sure there's many, and I mean many different sizes between us. Aren't all you humans the same? I'm gonna ignore that comment. Did I say something wrong? Just forget about it. I grab my dirty shirt from yesterday along with my underwear. I grab my powdered wig and my Kentucky rifle, because that's what the founding fathers intended. 4 ruffians break into my house, I shoot the first man, he's dead on the spot. And I pull my sidearm on the second man, I miss and nail the neighbor's dog because it's smoothbore. I have to resort to the cannon mounted at the top of the stairs, loaded with grape shot. And I turn the two men into a pale mist. I turn to the last man, a fixed bayonet, and charge!
Pouring out of my shit. You hear that?
Hear what? Shipmates?
Okay, so I'll take that as a no. No, me. That was not my shipmates. That was me. That was me speaking.
Were you engaging in the fucking bit?
No, I didn't have my headphones on. I was fucking doing something real quick.
A scrub. Squeeze. Repeat. You're becoming a natural with that. You think so? Well, I oughta. Max closes her book and watches me washing my clothes. I have to admit, it's weird to see a man washing his clothes. Back home it was considered a women-only chore. Max smirks as she continues watching me. Quite a show, isn't it? Oh, wait, let me fix that. Quite a show, innit?
It's not showing it.
Could you tell me? Could you do mine now that you're at it? Sure. Max stands from a bunk and reaching her luggage. At the same time, I hang my clothes on the hook next to the window. Here you go. Toss everything in the bucket. I begin the repetitive process of scrub and squeeze once again. No modesty at all, huh? We're sharing the same cabin. Besides, they are just clothes. I'm not like one of those weirdos that is from the east that gets aroused by seeing a woman's underwear. Do they? That's a new level of weird. Scrub, squeeze. All done. That was surprisingly fast. I stand up once again and hang Max's clothes to the hooks next to my clothes and back to stretch. You earned your payment for doing laundry. Take this. Max reaches for luggage once again. Would this be enough? She hands me a small plank-looking object covered with brown paper. Is this what I think it is? Where did you get this? Found it while doing inventory. It wasn't listed, so I took it. Even if it counts as payment. Our deal was desserts only. This could technically be dessert, but it wasn't part of our deal. Max smiles to my reply as I give her the item back. Want to share it then? Are you sure? We're sharing the cabin. Those were your words, not mine. It's only fair we share this then. Max removes the paper covering the bar of chocolate. It may be old since it appears to have a fat bottom. Hey, want to know something funny? I like chocolate when it looks this way, a white layer of fat or sugar. It reminds me of a chocolate my grandmother used to send me for my birthday. Max splits the bar in two, handing me one half. When is your birthday? In 2 weeks. I will remember it. Oh, you don't have to. We'll still be here in 2 weeks, so yeah, I will. I bite the chocolate and, I've had better, but not bad at all. Max follows my example and bites into her half as well. Tastes just like the ones my grandma used to give me. Do you like sweet chocolate? I'm more used to dark chocolate myself. Sweet or milk chocolate are my favorites. We sit together on Max's bunk as we continue eating the chocolate. You said your grandma used to send you chocolate for your birthday, did she? Oh, not at all. She's alive and well. It's just that at her age, she can no longer walk like she used to. So a simple trick to the mail services is like a full hike for her. I see. I never met my grandma, or any family besides my father. Bad relationships? I honestly don't know. Every time I ask my old man why I didn't have a mother, he would just say that he would just avoid the question. Maybe there is a reason behind it. Probably, but then again, my father wanted to send me to war in a country I can't even name. I see. I'm glad you didn't go. Same. Max bites the chocolate once again. Her eyes look as bright as the first light in the morning. You really like chocolate, don't you? She doesn't answer me with words. Instead, she replies with a nod as she continues savoring the sweet, milky flavor in her mouth. One moment. I gotta go get my daughter.
It's dinner. It's like I thought he said daughter for a second. Chat, what's your opinion on dragon movies? I'm the only one here, by the way, because Sierra is
While I'm here, I failed trying to fix one of my Gundam figures, so I'm just kind of reeling from that.
You never said in chat that you were back.
In VC, I did.
Oh, I was not paying attention. Probably on
Damn.
my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, so I tried the little nail polish trick on one of my Gundam figures, shot it back in the joints. Apparently, nail polish I got was melting the joint.
Oh yeah,
So
it's well, nail polish remover is just like isopropyl alcohol, isn't it?
No. No. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Did you fuck
Yeah,
it up?
fuck drinking beer. We straight.
I mean,
we
it's
drink straight
acrylic.
alcohol.
It shouldn't be doing it because it's acrylic.
Oh, I'm getting an update from my.
It's an
commission
acrylic
today.
top coat, so it. I
You
guess
should.
the acrylic's melting into plastic?
I mean, to me, a glue would have a more controlled melting of the plastic.
Yeah, I can try beefing up when Super Legend gets some. He's like, I got Gorilla Glue, but that would fucking melt it.
I think Jabby the Hong would probably have a recommendation for this on his website.
Yeah.
That the context of the comment. Sierra knows the context,
What's the context?
but of the comment, the newest comment on the stream.
Oh, boobs.
Boobs.
I reckon it is. Very nice.
Boobies. Once you see Lorelei,
Lauralee?
Lorelei, I don't know how to fuck. I don't know why the boobies.
And that sound appeared on the stream now. Thanks. So
So it
it's
ain't copyrighted.
I know. It's Laurel Lee. Lauralee. I hope that helps.
Lorelei.
Lauralee.
I heard it on stream.
Wait, no, I'm breaking out when this carry comes up.
Lorelei. Big ol' titties. Anyways,
Marco Polo just sent me updates.
Very
Are they
nice.
sending you an update too?
yeah, Marco Polo.
Marco is making the set.
Mm. They're sending me an update today as well. Seems that they're
Uh, let's get back into it. I eat what's left of my share on the top bunk as I stand up. Boy, I'm what they might call in the business a little retard.
Metal.
Tzatziki sauce.
Why do I follow this guy?
What's wrong? Oh, nothing really. I'm just saving it for later. You better hide it then. I don't know if I'll be able to resist the urge of another bite. You can have it if you want. Don't worry, I was just joking. Anyway, we have to work now. Ugh, I don't like covering my clothes with dust. Did I tell you that I found a piece of bread that was practically a brick? I wonder who left it there, or when it was left there. Sounds harsh. Yeah, I sneeze, excuse me. Heavens. My apologies. I leave the cabin without Max realizing I already left. Also, I found... Hey! Dickhead.
Love Max. Max is goated.
Waves are kind of rough today. I enter the wheelhouse expecting another hard day. The captain, as usual, has tired eyes. Morning, sir.
You got here early.
Did I? I don't think so.
Forgive me then. Night shift makes me extra tired. Could you do me a favor by the end of the day?
Sure thing, as long as I can do it, that is.
Could you ask the chef to brew me some coffee? My old bones can endure a day shift with no problem. But nighttime is...
I guess I thought it would be something more complicated. The captain smirks as he leaves the steering wheel, exiting the wheelhouse.
She's all yours. Have a good shift today.
Oh my!
I stand in front of the wheel, holding it in the same course it was left on. When did I become so confident with this? This lamb here is just so delicious. A few days ago, I wouldn't have imagined piloting such a massive vessel. A quick glance at the charts, and back to the wheel. I'm getting worried now. It's been more than an hour and Nia hasn't showed up. I could leave the wheel locked for a few seconds and look for her. There we go. Now time to find the Dragoness. This place is empty. Although, I can ask the chef if he's seen her, so I can go back to the wheelhouse. I make my way to the end of the table and to the small kitchen next to it. The chef is sitting on a small stool reading a cooking book. He notices me and stands up. Giovanato, shouldn't you be at the wheelhouse? The thing is, sir, I haven't seen Nia today, and I'm alone at the wheelhouse. Weird, now that you mention it. She didn't eat her breakfast either. I still have her portion here. Could you please go check on her? I need to get back to the wheelhouse. Sure thing, Giovanato. Leave it to me. Thanks, sir. Kitty, you better not be a fucking chud and try to turn off my computer again. Otherwise, I might have to eat you. Yeah. Yes, I look off the fucking Discord channel and I see that. Can we have a moment of silence for our brother?
We have a moment of silence for a brother who's just squashed his family jewels.
I guess he took an extra shift today at the ball crushing factory, where they do nothing but hydraulically pressure nuts. Thanks, sir. I leave the saloon, rushing back to the wheelhouse. This is really convenient. Although I can understand why Nia doesn't like it. There could be an emergency or something where you'd want to waste important seconds that you could use steering the wheel instead of unlocking it. Good thing that I can trust the chef. I don't know if I could go down to the female cabins to check on Nia and come back in the time of an emergency. Well, time to wait some more. Ten minutes later, the door finally makes a sound. Nia enters the wheelhouse with her breakfast in her hands. Hello. She doesn't answer me. Instead, she just sits in the fixed chair eating her breakfast. Is she mad at me? Nila? Hmm? Why are you chewing so fucking loud? Is everything alright? Oui. I see. She looks tired. Better not to bother her. Anon, can I ask you something? Something? Sure, go ahead. What do you do when you overthink before sleeping? Oh, I see what happened now. Nothing, to be honest. Whenever that happened to me, I would just struggle to sleep. I see. I've had problems sleeping lately. Oh, why is that? I don't know. I keep having thoughts of insecurity about my role in the ship. I think you're pretty capable of doing anything. Hmm. That's the reason I'm telling you. I haven't told anybody else besides you about my personal struggles. Man, I don't know if I'm the best person to be dealing with emotional problems. I'm struggling with problems of my own as well. But you are a good listener. That is enough for me. I can't promise you anything, but if it's within my reach, I'll help you with whatever you need. Nia smiles as she drinks her coffee. I know that I can trust you. That's why I'm not worried about leaving you in charge of the ship in case I'm not able to do so. You did perfectly fine the day before I got here. You flatter me. Want me to take charge for now? I'll take a break. I think I'm going to take a break for now. Sure thing, if you're okay with that, it is. Nia just waves her hands, signaling me to leave as she smirks. Just leave already. Aye, aye. If you need me, I'll be on the main deck. I leave the wheelhouse with a bitter aftertaste knowing how tired she is. Man, fuck that bitch. Man, I was never into smoking, but I sure do need a smoke right now. I sit on one of the benches, resting the back of my head against a wall. I can't get too relaxed. This is just a short break after all. Young man. The voice of the mature lady resonates within my ears as she approaches. I see that you're relaxing out here. Isn't the sea breeze something to be caught on? Actually, I just got here. Ah, I see. Victoria sits on the bench next to me. I wanted to talk with you about something. Talk with me? Indeed, have you thought of what you want to do once we reach the continent? I've been trying to think about it, but so far I've got nothing. Victoria looks down to her knees as I answer her. I see. Well, I have a proposition for you. Somehow I'm getting the vibes of a good idea about to happen here. My memory betrays me at my age. I can't remember if I already told you that my deceased husband wanted to start a store of some sort at the Land of Opportunities. I have been thinking about it lately, but since I've been watching you be so diligent, washing your clothes every day, I thought it's like I had any other choice but to be honest. Maybe opening a tailor shop might be a good idea. A tailor shop? Sorry, ma'am, but I'm not a designer, nonetheless a tailor. My idea was to open a store and office service for washing clothes. Do you know how hard it is to properly clean a dress like mine? I can imagine a dress as long as hers must be a pain to wash, not to mention drying it. So you want me to be a laundryman, but where do we get a tailor? Victoria crosses her arms the moment I ask her about the tailor. Young man, do I look invisible to you? Sorry, ma'am, I didn't know you were skilled in the arts of designing clothes. The dress I've been using for the past several days was made by me. I'm not going to lie, I honestly thought you commissioned it to a renowned designer. Your dress looks by no means cheap at all. You flatter me, young man. Anyway, I think it's a good idea. I'm not an expert in the area, but if you instruct me during the process, I'll give it a shot. I'm very glad you're so committed to the idea of working. I thought younger generations weren't fond of having the job. It's not like I have a choice. I have to adapt to survive. Well, it was a good chat. Speaking of jobs, I'd better get back to mine now. I'll see you later, ma'am. Victoria stays on the bench as I stand up and go back to the wheelhouse. The first thing I see once I come back into the wheelhouse is Neil about to fall asleep while standing up. Neela? Neela? I heard you the first time. Neela leaves the wheel. She looks totally worn out. Without hesitation, I take the wheel and Nia sits on the chair next to us. Are you okay? I need to close my eyes for a while. You are in charge. She falls asleep before she finishes what she was going to say. I feel like an idiot now. I should have noticed how tired she was. I could have said that I didn't need a break and just pretend I wasn't tired, although that's exactly what she did. It crosses my mind as I see the engine auto telegraph. I guess it won't hurt anyone. And I set the ship engine to slow so I can give it a little more time to rest while the ship is still moving. A quick peek to the charts, around 13 minutes until we have to turn to open waters. Considering I slow the ship, that should be around an hour or so. An hour later, I decide it's time to increase the ship's speed. Another crank. Back to full speed. The sound of the telegraph plus the engine wakes up the sleepy dragoness next to me. She stretches her back out as she lazily opens her eyes. For how long did I sleep? Around an hour. My brain is still waking up. But shouldn't we be in the open waters by now? I slow the ship down. What did you do that for? I can't say that I felt pity for her. You look tired, and we are not in a rush. Also, you could tell me how many degrees I have to turn. We should be at the curve point by now. Ela looks at the charts, following the route I drew with her finger. 45 degrees to the west. And I'm trusting you a lot by allowing you to pilot the ship, but if in the future you have to let me know in advance if you're going to do changes to our plans, okay? Aye, aye, but there was no change. I just slowed the ship down. Still, thanks. I nod as I turn the wheel 3 times. It's almost lunchtime. Want to take over the wheel so I can get us some food? The dragoness stands up from her chair, stretching her arms and back. A loud popping noise can be heard coming from her spine. Ouch. Sure, go ahead. Ask Uncle Chef for a strong coffee after lunch.
Oh, you're being shut down.
I gave her a thumbs up as I leave the wheelhouse. There's a particular strong smell coming from the kitchen. I know this smells. Sausages with beans. No wonder I felt such a strong smell. My senses got highlighted thanks to the beans. My favorite dish. On British, in it. As usual, the saloon is fully packed with passengers. I make my way towards the end of the table, looking for the chef. He is waiting with a big pot and ladle. Hey, Giovannato. Afternoon, sir. Before serving your food, could you come back with me real quick? Sure. We'll leave the saloon as we walk to the main deck. Seeing the deck as empty as it looks right now gives me chills down my spine. It's like visiting a graveyard at midnight. So what's going on? I'm wondering the same, sir. We sit on the bench nearby. No one wants to talk first. You know what I saw when I got to the cabin? What did you see, sir? Hey, you wish to know what's inside a woman's cabin, don't you? Well, in all seriousness, I saw her asleep while sitting on her bunk, and she was dressed in everything. I don't know if I'm the right one to tell you, sir. The chef looks to his knees as he sighs and reaches for his pocket. A second later, he takes out a flat silver-colored box. Do you smoke? I'm not a particular smoker, but I do from time to time. With a smile on his face, he opens the box, revealing the contents of 5 long cigars. These were a gift from my little Nia a few weeks ago for my anniversary as chef on the ship. For how long have you been working in the ship, sir? Not too long. This ship is rather new. I've been sailing for 20 years by now. The chef gives me one of his cigars, and then turns another to him for himself. The cigar has such potent scent that I could spend hours smelling the tobacco. This is some high quality. You know about this stuff, don't you? Well, I don't precisely know, but I can recognize the smell of good tobacco. I used to chew it back in my teenager years. I take my folding knife from my pocket and cut the end of the cigar. The chef notices what I'm doing and hands me his cigar to do the same, then I pass it back to him. You know, Giovannato, when I told you the other day that Nia was like a daughter to me, I really meant it. I see. Back when she was a baby, her mother came back to town one day. The chef takes up a match from his pocket and lights both their cigars. No one is expecting her mother to have a baby. Nona was the happiest one, but for me, it was like a dagger directed to my heart. I always had a crush on her, and she knew it, which is why she came back to town. She told us that she met a teacher at the university where she studied. They had a short love affair, and when the motherfucker knew she was pregnant, he disappeared. Never to be found again. Cunt. Indeed. Anyway, back to the story. Around when little Nila was a year old, the cholera pandemic happened. My father told me about the pandemic. He lost many friends during those years. We tried everything, even experimental medicine. The chef takes a long, deliberate moment, savoring the cigar. In the end, there was nothing we could do. Her mother died. I'm sorry, sir. And there I was, alone with a kid. Nona survived the pandemic, but it still got her pretty bad. And the captain? He was sailing. The pandemic also got his father, so he had to take over the sailing business. I had to raise her as my own daughter. Nona helped me for the majority of the time, but eventually she passed away too. Her old bones gave their last helping me raise a child. Sorry, sir, I had no idea. Those were different times, Giovannato. When she was old enough, I had to bring food. I had to bring food to the table again, so I guess the only friend I had for a job at the ship. So you've been working here since then? Indeed, before I noticed my little one become a grown dragoness. You understand why I'm telling you this, Giovannato? Honestly, I don't. It's because I don't know how to help her. I've been noticing her being angry all the time, even sad. When I met her, I thought she was like that. We both take a second to smoke the cigar. And she used to be smiling all the time. We had a wonderful teacher back at the old ship, and she taught her how to read, write, and do mathematics. Is that how she got her accent? You're a quick learner, aren't ya? I cut the burnt part of the cigar with my knife so I can smoke the rest later. Those were some good times. She got older and Nona had taught me, and all Nona had taught me was no use for raising a child. You mean her teenage years? The chef smokes the cigar once again and makes a gesture with his hand. I pass him my knife and he cuts the cigar's burnt part. Alright, so I'm gonna give you this little piece of knowledge. The lit part of a cigarillo is called a cherry. And I know this because I'm a smoker. As it happens. And don't worry, Sarah, I will watch the clock for you and we'll save at that point.
Good.
I might not be her true father, but I tried as hard as I could to give her a good life. Now it hurts me to see her struggling, not telling me what's wrong. I don't see any tears in the eyes of the chef. I doubt he can even cry, but his face shows how much this is hurting him. Seeing a grown man worrying this much about his life of his child makes me wonder if my father even cared about me before he left. I should tell him about Neela's current situation. So it might not be much, but I could tell you what I think's wrong with her. The chef smiles as he straightens his back. Neela thinks no one takes her seriously. How so? She believes the crew doesn't consider her capable of being in charge. The chef opens his eyes as wide as humanly possible. Elaborate. She told me that no one follows her orders unless she yells at them. Not to mention the captain did consider teaching her how to read navigation charts. That part hurt her more than you could possibly think. I see. Also, she has been having trouble sleeping as she thinks about all of what I've told you so far. That explains what happened this morning. That's all I got, sir. The chef sighs heavily as he stands up from the bench. I'm glad you told me what's happening, Giovannato. It seems I'll have to have a chat with the entire crew. I have a favor to ask you. As long as it's possible, I'll do whatever you need, sir. Be there for her, okay? Right now, she trusts you enough to tell you what's bothering her. Not to mention, it's the first time I've seen her being so physical with someone of the opposite sex. My mind goes back to that first day when I started working here. I will never forget the sensation of Mia's heart caressing my fingertips as she maneuvered the steering wheel. I'll do my best, sir. We should get back to the saloon now. You need to eat your portion of food and not make the lady wait any longer. Lead the way, sir. Oh. I enter the wheelhouse with 2 plates of food. One for me and the other for Neela. What took you so long? I can't tell her I had a serious conversation with the chef. Did I? The saloon was packed. Well, that's not a lie. Why do you smell like smoke? Crap. The chef shared one of his cigars with me. Oh, the ones I gave him? Those ones. I didn't know you smoked. I do, but not all the time. Actually, I don't. It's rare to see me smoking at all. So how are we going to do this? Do what? You have both of our plates in your hands, dummy. We can leave the wheel locked for a few minutes. I mean, we're both here. It's not going to be a risk. The dragoness sits in the chair, taking the plate off my hand. Meanwhile, I eat standing up. We end our shift just before dinner.
Remember who you are.
Mr. Sierra?
Canoe.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Good, good. Son, did you do what I asked for you?
No, sir. We were busy today, but I'll go right now.
Just make sure it's hot and sweet.
Sweet coffee. Personally, I prefer it bitter, but that's not for me, so I guess the chef already knows. Be right back. The saloon looks packed as always. We make our way straight to the kitchen, avoiding everybody else in the way.
Real quick, Oates, when did you want to do that Rusty interview?
I don't know yet. Trivia Lich is next. It'll be after that. We're working on stuff, man. I'm sorry. As usual, the chef is already waiting for us inside his small kitchen. Bonjour, uncle. How was your day? I'm really tired. I think I'll take my plate with me to the cabin. The chef looks concerned, but serves her her respective portion of food as she then leaves. Tough a day, ain't it? I look down at my plate being served. Indeed. I take the plate in my hands and look at the chef's face. Honestly, I'm still worried. Are you telling me? How do you think I feel? True. I got the plate once again. Some gray-looking gruel and a baked potato. Yeah, I know. I got distracted today and screwed up the food. Don't mention it. What is this again? It was supposed to be a risotto. Right. Before I forget, I should tell him about the coffee. By the way, sir, the captain wanted some coffee. Sure, sweet as usual. I nod as I take a spoonful of the risotto in my mouth. It's not bad, it just looks odd, but the taste is passable. Should I prepare it the right way, or do you prefer to finish your plate first? I prefer to finish it first. Chef gives me a thumbs up as he goes back into the kitchen. Well, where do I even sit? Eating while standing is it, then. In a couple of spoonfuls, I finish the risotto and attempt to eat the baked potato. Sorry again for the food. It's not bad or anything. The chef takes the plate from my hands and replaces it with a mug of coffee. Never mind, just take the coffee to the sweet, soft-toothed twat. Luigi, don't be a dinophobe. It takes all colors to make a rainbow. Except black. There's no black in the rainbow.
Is that on the rainbow?
I understand what's happening. I leave the saloon with a mug of coffee. Another day has passed. I'll admit that being busy for a whole day has changed my perspective on things. Back then, man, I didn't have any responsibilities nor chores to do. Being the right hand of a first mate and doing my own laundry has shown me how dependent my father I was. Yes, I was indubitably a parasite. Do we want to wrap it up early before you have to go so you can, like, chill out? Because my voice is starting to kill me.
Yeah, if your voice starting to give out, we can end now.
That was a good, like,
All right.
2 hours total.
Meh.
So
Yeah.
far,
I'm
what is
enjoying it.
your
I'm
what is your
enjoying
opinion
it
on the game?
so far, right? So far, it's so good, but there's a few like shambler sentences in there.
So, the developer of the game, his first language was not English, and that's mostly minor spelling mistakes.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, it's nothing
no
major.
major. Like, and he's acknowledged that, and eventually, he does plan on remaking the game.
And fixing it.
Yeah, like the second act of the game, they lost like one of their main devs. Like this is a very small team, like only literally a handful of people.
Hmm.
And this game was made on less than a fucking shoestring budget.
Yeah, I mean, some of Vice's art isn't here, isn't it?
Yeah. I think like Haru told me how much they spent on this game. And I was flabbergasted. Because I make more than what they spent on this game in a paycheck.
Which that's your monthly, right?
No, I get paid every 2 weeks.
Shit.
For 2 weeks of work, I made more than what this game costed. But Haru isn't in here. But any viewers in the stream that aren't from the Crimson Dragon Studios server, if you would like to support future projects,
There is a link
Go
to the
join
Steam
their
page
Discord.
in the description of the stream.
go to the Steam page, join the Discord, and you can find there the Ko-Fi where they are showing off every step of their next game. But be warned, if you are deeply interested in this, I don't get paid hourly. I just get a flat amount. It's what's that called?
Commission? Or
No, not
flat rate?
commission. It's a flat rate. Like, I don't get paid hourly. I just get paid this amount of money no matter
No,
what
that's
I do.
salary then.
Salary, yeah, I get paid salary. But if you do join the server, you probably will see spoilers for this game. But if you're fine with getting spoilers, do it. This game is. Let me check how much this game was on Steam quick. It's fairly cheap. It's cheaper than wine. It's $5. If you want to support an indie studio that they're making games just to make games, go play 3 weeks on the Atlantic.
Yes, it is definitely worth a play, especially at $5. I would definitely recommend picking it up so far. But I would like to.
You got this.
I got it
you
for
got it
free.
for
I got it
free.
for free.
Granted, the game's pretty fucking good.
I'm enjoying it so far. I'll probably buy a copy for some people. But I do want to save my thoughts until at least after the first playthrough so I can get a fully digestible thing out and ready. You know? You got what I'm saying?
I should get JFJ to play this game.
You should get GFJ to get interviewed by me.
I need to just fucking cold cock.
Just start cold cocking people. I'll go along with it.
That's what I do, dude. I could maybe get. Did you get Judge Tiki on here?
I
I
did.
could probably
Yes.
get. Okay.
Tiki's
Did you
been
get
on.
Boy?
He had his episode. We had a good time.
Did you get Boy?
Yeah.
Get who?
Ask Boy. Boy
Bowie? He's agreed at some point to go in.
at some point. Yeah. Haru
I would.
might do it in the future.
I would love to have
Rust-
Horio.
Rusty just asked me like, well, when you want to do that interview. That's why I was asking.
It'll be after Trivia Lich.
What's like an ETA? Like, what would be an ETA on that?
So Trivia Lynch will be within the month, and then it'll be sometime after that. It could be probably 2 or 3 weeks after. So about a month and a
So-
half.
So roughly a month and a half.
Yes, most likely. And then I'll try to pick it up doing more, but I do have a busy couple months ahead of me.
Yes.
Same.
Yeah, and so does Sierra. So
Yes, the sock guy, Ariel.
The funny Texas sock man.
Yep.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised on how much networking I have.
dog, if you know what legacy let's get to Buskus in this bitch.
Look, there's a non-zero chance. I think I told you about Miles,
Just
You
fucking
never
start
reached
cold
out.
cocking.
but Tobuscus was like, Hey, Tobuscus, would you like to get interviewed on a small YouTuber's stream? It'd literally be about anything.
Literally my fucking
Yes, the
the
JFK, I've
youth.
talked to him before.
No, I'm talking about Tobuscus. That was my youth. Was Tobuscus videos. Well, like,
yes,
all right,
Mr.
so
Ariel, the GMJ,
yeah,
Yes,
we
the
could.
JFJ.
I'm in there.
the funny.
I'm also in cahoots with the Russian Badger, but that's another story.
We'll just start cold clocking C-list just real quick.
I could message. I could message Badger. Like, Badger, would you be down to like do an interview with a small YouTuber?
Honk honk, bitch.
Get in, we're going shopping.
I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna message both. Tobuscus doesn't check his DM too often, so I'll maybe make like a tweet, like adding him as like at Tobuscus, and I'll attach an image with it so it catches his eye. It'll probably be one of my edits of him. But Badger, I can just straight up message him, and I know he'll probably see it.
Can we get the sausage maker too?
Ordinary sausage? That would be I would have to. I'd have to make a Mark Ruffalo box art, which I might just edit.
Have
the
him strangle the
Columbus
goose.
right. I'll edit. So I made a picture. I edited a picture of Mo to look like him, and I can put in the post descriptions like, also, would you like to do an interview with a small YouTuber that I'm friends with? It's honestly, if you just ask people, it's like
It's surprising the
company.
answers you'll get. I know. I know.
Networking.
like Lord Miles. He follows me on Twitter.
Network. You know, man, this networking shit is easy. You just gotta know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
You just don't be a fucking dickhead.
Like Haru a couple weeks ago was asking for a sound designer. I was like, hey, does anybody know a sound designer? And I was like, well, I have a friend that's a sound designer. So I messaged my friend about it. We talked, and then him and Haru talked. Or she, not he, she. So that would be set up eventually. But yeah. Wrap things up because I've just been yapping.
Mm-hmm.
Please check out 3 Weeks on the Atlantic.
Link in description.
Link in description. It's very good. It's a very good game. I'm a little biased, but like, please, it is a gem of a game. I think that's the key.
I'm enjoying
for
it.
your
Yeah.
outro.
Yeah, I gotcha. You know, we have this very simple tradition where, you know, we harken back to the ye old animes and shows of the past, and we call upon the spirit above us, and we say, if you'll join me, see you, space cowboy.